Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton of markrushtongallery.com. It's Thursday, March 2nd, 2023. And it's my birthday. Happy birthday. It's my 56th birthday. I do not feel 56. It might have something to do with drinking kefir every night. I don't know. Could be. Or lemon water, although there's no lemons in here. I drink 100% organic, grass-fed vanilla kefir from Kelowna Supernaturals. Links are in the description. It's my favorite kefir. I'm going to work on a book painting tonight, but I'm going to first process last night's here, which turned out very, very nice. And then I'm gonna give a little advice to artists much younger. So let's get started here. And I have a little overlay, which I'm going to talk about here. Dang it. There we go. Free that off here. So what I always do here at the beginning is I always like to go and mount last night's painting to this cardstock here. This does not take very long here. This turned out really, really nice. Got a nice, it's a book painting here. So it's this book paper that was going to get thrown away. Oh, that looks about as good as it gets. And just going to go and adhere the book painting to this cardstock here with a little bit of Tyvek tape. And then I'll get on to the advice, which I'll probably just ramble about through the whole, through the video here. Go get that on there. That's good. Let's see how that looks. That's quite presentable. That looks pretty good there. I like that the abstract landscape with the Rothko effect. And, you know, you're kind of playing to the page there. You've got that mathematic thing up there and the equations and words down. I like that. I like doing that. That's what I've been doing lately. Building up my inventory, that's part of the advice, I guess. So anyway, pardon me while I enjoy a little kefir here. Birthdays, you know, for me, typically just another day. Although today, super special. I had lunch with my parents. They're both 89 years old. How lucky am I? Pretty lucky. I have to paint this one here. It's too good. It's too good. So yeah, real lucky. Got to go to lunch today with my parents. That's nice. Went out to dinner with some friends here on the weekend. Have to get some things repaired around the house tomorrow. So I have to be around for that. Maybe I'll paint. Maybe I'll redo the studio here. I think the studio is, we've been in this place for like 6 months here. I think it's time to redo the studio, maybe vacuum the carpet. That might be a good idea there too. 56 years old. So, you know, if you don't know anything about me, yeah, I'm back being a visual artist again, but I've been a recording artist for more than 20 years, and I do pretty well with that. I also work in tech, although I was laid off in December of 2022, and currently looking for a technical business analyst position. And, you know, got some irons in the fire, and I think it's just a matter of time. So anyway, it's great that I'm able to show up and what do we got here? Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've had a certain amount of, I guess, I don't know if you'd call it success as a recording artist. I don't have hits, but I can, pay the bills and feed the family and all that sort of stuff with that. I'm very lucky. And so that's kind of my first piece of advice to young artists out there is always have a side hustle. Always be doing multiple things. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. And I'm just going to work on the painting. I'm not going to talk about my processes in there or anything like that, but I'm just going to talk advice. Like if I was 16 years old today, like 40 years ago, I was 16, right? Turned 16. And of course, who could have envisioned, like the internet as it is today? who could have envisioned a lot of this crap, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe the signs were there. I have no idea. But I would say, what would I say? Don't pay attention to the news. I don't watch the news. Somebody asked me today, are you watching the murder trial? And I'm, what are you talking about? No idea what you're talking about. That's good. Or did you hear about the game this weekend? Nope. Didn't know anything about the game. Tell me about the game. Describe the game. It's a good conversation starter. I mean, I'm familiar with the team and everything like that, but I don't pay attention anymore. I do this every night. Or I'm working on music, or I'm working on things to promote that stuff. I'm going to have to buy another bottle of this. So, yeah, what would I do? What would I do if I was in high school today? I think we'll go all the way down. We'll do a big sky tonight. I would just work it. I see every now and then I see like videos on YouTube of like teens or, the kids in high school doing art. And that's fine. Nothing wrong with it. It's a good way to, show off your work and, your early work. You may look back on it and think, well, it was early stuff, juvenilia, whatever. And that's okay. That's all right. You can always delete the videos, right? They'll always be out there to a certain extent, but we all know this. What do we want here for this? Sepia? It's already dark enough as it is. What did I do yesterday? Did I do red? I'll do red. A little bit of red here. Scarlet. Let's do scarlet. One thing I wouldn't do is I'm an art school dropout. And I would say I didn't need art school then 30 years ago. And I went to school late. And you definitely don't need it today. And if you think you're going to teach, yeah, no, you're not going to teach. You're not going to teach. Master's required, doctorate preferred. And for junior high, right? That's the way things are going. Hold on here. We got a comment. I'm 65. You're 56. 10 years for flight. Oh, yeah. Yeah, just the last 10 years. It's blink. Blink. I feel like I'm in a hurry, you know? Like, even though I've got two parents that are 89 still alive, still getting around, they got their schedule. I feel like I'm in a hurry. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a hurry. But I get to enjoy this more, you know? So yeah, my advice would be like, try to pursue the art. If you're a writer, you got things like Kindle. You don't have to go try to get the book contract. You don't have to get the um, uh, writer's agent. If you're a musician, getting signed, do you really want that? Do you really want fame and fortune and everything that goes with it? Do you want to end up like all the superstars, rehab, on drugs, dying in the elevator or in the tub? You don't want that. Last thing I'd want is to be famous. Oh my God, that would not be fun. So yeah, you don't want to be famous. Like if you can operate, if you can pay the bills, eventually pay the bills. It's so much easier these days. And musicians, it's so easy. All you have to do is just regularly produce and release stuff. Get it out there as an independent. Man, I gotta get one of those things there. I know I'm kind of all over the map here about this. So my advice should be a little bit more consistent, but I just didn't really. Well, what am I going to say tonight on my birthday? Well, what was it? Last night I saw The Breakfast Club, that movie from the 80s, which I had not seen since it came out in 1985. It held up rather well, which I said in last night's video. I think it held up rather well. It's a play, but it's on the big screen. But it acts like a play for the most part. But I'm getting off topic here. I'm getting off topic. So my thing would just be try to pursue it as much as you can. Try to pursue your artistic pursuits as much as you can. To stay away from the try to earn a living. Try to earn a living from it. Always have a side hustle. Yeah, always have a side hustle. Always have something going on. For 15 years when I was making music, it wasn't I did not have it was not side hustle in mind. It was having fun, hanging out with people, making things. And then, digital distribution came along. Well, that looked like fun. Pursued that, tried different things. Just kept at it, kept making music, kept making art. Several years ago, got into a gallery, sold nothing. Then 2020 happened, and I thought about giving it up. Thought about giving it up. But I didn't. And I don't know, as you get older, so many people go into this, they want to make money and I always say to everybody, art is a lifestyle. Art's a lifestyle. It's not a race to be won. Right? So few people can make their living in the arts that try to pursue it. It's tough. All you can do is just assemble a huge body of work, which is what I do by showing up every night, turning on the camera, getting dirty, experimenting on live video here on YouTube. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitch. And then all that stuff is rebroadcast later on these alt services, BitChute, Odyssey, Rumble. If there's more out there, I'm going to try and figure out how to hook them up to YouTube, but I don't care. Got to be everywhere. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket like Instagram, which is, you know, a Zuckerberg property. And we know how Zuckerberg treats his properties. He doesn't let everybody freely talk. He holds them for ransom, but that's temporary. That's fleeting. Well, you know. Oh, you want to show up here. You want to show up. Come on. There we go. I'm going to get it to show up the way I want it to here. So yeah. Just forget school. Just forget school. Just start writing. Just start making music and releasing music. Learn about the industry. If you're a writer, just release short things on Kindle, on KDP. Start with ebooks. Maybe try to figure out how to make a paperback, small little paperback. That's what I do. Oh my God. If we had the internet today, like when I was 16, if we had the internet like today, oh my God, the career trajectory would be completely different. Absolutely. But kids these days, do they know? Right? There's so much bad advice out there. Just constantly make stuff, experiment. Get it out there. Don't worry about becoming viral. Don't worry about just get that body of work together. That's cool. I like that. And so that's why I work all the time here. That's why I'm working all the time. Let's go with the green here. It won't be green, but it'll be green on the fringes. Look at this weird way I paint here. Dishing out advice. I know you get to the point where I don't want this again. I want throw that sepia on there. Yeah, we're gonna keep playing with this here. This didn't come out right. Whoa, too much. Yeah, don't get yourself into debt. Particularly student loan debt. You'll regret it. I had student loan debt. Years I spent paying off that. And you know, I'm fine with my years in art school. I changed my mind about what I wanted to do. That's the way it goes. It's okay to change your mind. Even a little bit of debt. I got into a good career. It's fine. It's like to smooth that out, but kind of have the little the words peeking through the letters. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know what I'm pursuing. Oh, we got it. Your painting changed completely from when what you started. Is this a recipe? It's a process, is what it is. It's kind of a process. Thank you. Now you've made it. I made it green, actually, is what I've made it down here. What I'm hunting for in this particular painting, I don't know if the camera actually captures this. We'll go down into it here a little bit more. I kind of want this a little more chartreusey, I guess. Let's soak in a little bit here. I mean, I just do the slow burn on this, maybe. Work it in there. Yeah, if I was like 16 or 26, oh my gosh. So much easier today to pursue things in the arts. It really is. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Still work. Still a lot of work. It's too green. Still a lot of work. Just build that body of work. Don't ever give up your copyright. Always, oh, hold on here. What was I going to do? What was I going to do here? I was going to show. I had the banner here. Hold on. Okay, so here's something. Let's see. So Brian Eno. Some of you might know who Brian Eno is. He produced U2 and he was in Roxy Music, and he's was in the Talking Heads or played with them, and back in the day, very influential. So in 2011, he had a interview in a magazine called The Believer, and it was reprinted in Salon in 2015. That's when I first read it. And so the interviewer asked him a question. He said, if you could email your 20-year-old self about what was ahead, what would you tell him? Or would you tell him nothing and just let him get on with it? And Eno said, I think I'd say put out as much as you can. It doesn't do anything sitting on a shelf. My feeling is the work has little value until you release it, until you liberate it from yourself and your excuses for it. It's not quite finished yet. The mix will make all the difference. He's talking about music. Until you see it out there in the world along with everything else, you don't really know what it is or what to think of it. So it's of no use to you. So that was a big driver for me in 2015. As far as advice and just being a little bit more open to doing more work and getting more work out there. Likewise is the Andy Warhol. Don't think about making art, just get it done. Let everyone else decide if it's good or bad, whether they love it or hate it, while they are deciding make even more art. He would know. And then, of course, Sister Karita Kent on the first 9, and then John Cage on number 10. Yeah, this is a great one as well. The only rule is work. Consider everything's an experiment. Don't try to create and analyze at the same time. You save everything. It might come in handy later. Oh, yes, absolutely. There should be new rules next week. That's good. That helped me too. But you have to read it and reread it over and over and over again. You just, because it just you just have to reread it all the time, beat it into your head, realize that that's the way forward. Man, I got to clean this thing up. This thing is a mess. Too many layers of paint on my no, I was at the where was I today? Oh, I was at the hardware store. And yeah, they had like it was acetone. I could have gotten some acetone and washed that right up, but I didn't. So see how this is looking here. I'm gonna put this on. Oh yeah. I'm happy with that. Kind of got this abstract field. Again, I live here in the Midwest, United States, and you're driving down the highway and you look over and you see the fields, the farm fields, and then you have something in the distance, on the horizon line, and then you get those crazy skies, a little bit of Rothko effect, arson, burglary, perjury, shoplifting, vandalism. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get some famous books, popular books that are damaged, and paint on that. I think that would be kind of interesting. If somebody's got like a famous, a favorite book, and then there's like a particular page where just like everything is just they've read and it's super important or whatever. And then make a painting on that page. So the words just slightly seep through. That'd be kind of cool. All right. Well, gosh, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for hanging out with me. That's it for this evening. Mark Rushton, MarkRushtonGallery.com. Thanks for showing up. I'll have more videos tomorrow and this weekend here as well. I kind of rambled a bit there, but yeah, my whole point with and let me clean my hands up here. Where are my wipes? My wipes here. Where'd they go? There they are. My Costco wipes. Yeah, if I could, my gosh, if I get if I lived at 89 or 90, let's just do round numbers here. Let's say my parents make it to 90 this year, right? Well, I'm 56 now. That's 34 more years. 34 more years. Well, that's I'm back here. All right, we're at 30 minutes. Gotta go. Have a good night. Thanks.